Hello, welcome to Cerulean Arts Gallery. Today we're speaking with Andrea Lyons in conjunction with her Cerulean Arts Collective exhibition, which is on view now through November 9th. Hello, Andrea.
Hi, Mike.
Thanks for being here today.
Well, thank you.
So let me share my screen here. And let me just go back to the beginning. So
Okay.
tell us a bit about the new show.
It's a combination of ceramic sculptures and paintings that some of them I have done before this year. Some of them were done this year. All of the sculptures were done this year. And the one that you just saw, the blue man one, uh, is especially dear to me because I kind of incorporated some of the uh, clay work I used to do with the architectural shapes, along with the figures that I'm doing now. And this one, um, it was just fun to do because the figure was trying to show, I was trying to show that the figure was turning, it was kind of going from flat to three-dimensional. This one that you see is uh, about the Ukraine, hence the colors, the blue and yellow of the face. And I did a series of that a while ago. And anyway, uh, okay.
So we'll pick up again on the wall over here.
Okay. This one here that starts the show is a memory of my father and I, strictly from memory, that I painted his face, and mine, of course, is not really looking like me that much, but it's kind of showing um, in the two heads that are connected close together, this idea of closeness uh, to another human being, um, and the the idea of touching, closeness, and being part of someone that you care about greatly. And I care a lot about my father. I cared a lot about him, and yeah. So this is blue, another blue man, and he's seated on the bed. A total figment of my imagination, since there's no blue men in my life. And but I'm inspired by the artist Yves Klein, who did this wonderful sculptures of men that were ultramarine blue. This one over here is a family, a family of three, mother, father, and child. And I seem to have gotten into, the idea of portraying not only the head but the bodies of people now this year. Uh, this one on the left side is I think Woman Sleeping. It was originally part of a quadruple painting that I took apart, and each section of it is interesting. So, you've got part of the architectural forms in the background of the head. That's one of the paintings from my concentration on the Ukraine, blue and yellow. And yeah, I feel somewhat connected to the people in the Ukraine. My grandmother was from Belarus, nearby. And this over here is all in clay and fired clay, and it's got a glaze on it, blue, my favorite color. And there's a house form in the background. I used to do a lot of things about houses. The idea of home, family, home, is always very important to me. Uh, this one, people think it looks like me. My sister asked me if I think it was my sister who asked me if that was a self-portrait, but it's not. But I used wax along with oil paint in there, so it's partly encaustic. Here's another sculpture using stoneware, and I used both an underglaze and um, shoe polish, brown shoe polish uh, for that. And the earrings were done by uh, Ruby from the Clay Studio. And
So hence the title.
hence the title, Ruby's Earrings. Yeah. So, yeah, I think to me, it looks like a kind of iconic figure of a female. Um, just, it's a very strong woman figure that appears here. And I was happy with how it came out. This other one on the left is, part of the figure of a young woman wearing stockings, and the stockings mimic the background of the village. It's called "It Takes a Village," and the one next to it is oh yeah, so you could see the village in the stockings and the village in the scene that she's standing on. And this one I call Picasso meets Groucho. So it's I think, when I was doing it, I was thinking of Picasso, and then after I finished, I looked at it and I said, this looks a little bit like Groucho, Groucho Marx. Yeah,
It's an interesting combination.
yeah. So it's glazed, stoneware that's glazed. And this is a collage with pieces of ceramic, fired ceramic tiles, and it's kind of mimicking the face in the background and the face in the foreground and the face uh, on the shirt of the woman. And there's even a tile for a ring on her hand there. I had fun with that. So I used to do a lot of collage, with ceramic pieces, and so that's what I used to do. On the left side here is a painting that was inspired by David Hockney's paintings of men in showers. And he also does men swimming in pools in California. And, some of it is a little bit of me because I used to do things with wood and wood grains, so that you've got that in there. And of course, his strategically placed towel. So we see this is a series of works that I did about falling because I fell a lot, and I actually broke my leg one year. And even though it happened some time ago, I it made an impression on me, the recovery also from the fall. Um, of course, you get up after you fall. You do get up, and so you can recover from it. So it's not so negative. But it happens, like a physical fall can relate to an emotional fall, I think, a lot. And this one over here is called What's Going On. You see people falling down steps, thinking about the political climate and what's going on in our country these days. The idea of falling and failing. And here's someone that's supposedly falling, but she looks kind of like she's climbing at the same time. So I called it the climber. And I did those all around the same time. Uh, and this one is, like two figures that are like a couple, and but the parts of the figure are missing. So it's kind of abstracted. They're kind of molded together. And this one over here is also ceramic heads that are together, touching each other, with their faces, and they're set inside of a cigar box that's been painted. And I love the glaze on it. The glaze came out great. It's always tricky with glazes. And this I did a long time ago. I was at the time teaching at Longstreth Elementary School. I was teaching art, of course, and I would bring my French easel with me into the lunchroom and paint the kids while they were having breakfast in the morning before school began. And I did a whole series of paintings about those kids. They were adorable.
You taught for a long time.
25 years. Yeah. And I do love children. This sculpture is about my memory of being on the beach in Atlantic City. Only the figure, of course, is African American. And somebody asked me, why are African American people prevalent in your work? And the only thing I could say is that I taught for 25 years in the Philadelphia School District. And, most of my students were brown or black, and I thought they were beautiful, beautiful children, beautiful people. Uh, I love the skin color. I love their features. I love their talent, and I I enjoyed, for the most part, I enjoyed them very much. So, but retired now, so for a long time. And this also just from my imagination, and a figure from my imagination. And this is, I call this Lady Madonna, I think, Lady Madonna. And it's mother and child, stoneware, great glazing. The glazing came out really well. I love the colors. I love the texture in it. And you could see some of the imagery of architecture in there, steps in that one. So I guess that's it.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
do a walk through again, back to the
Okay.
beginning.
Okay.
So I guess when you're glazing, you don't know the color until it's fired, right?
Well, some people do test tiles, but um, it's never certain because the glaze can be affected by, uh, other objects that are glazed a different color next to it. It could, so it's tricky. It's really tricky.
Mhm.
Sometimes you get great results, and they're totally unexpected. And other times, not so great.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great show, Andrea.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. And you did a great job putting it together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But the show is up through November 9th. We hope people come down to see it. And everything's also available on the website, ceruleanarts.com. So thanks again, Andrea, for being here, and have a great rest of the day.
Thank you, Mike. Okay. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.